Today for the Bitcoin price. Guys, are you holding any Bitcoin right now? Well, I have amazing news to share with you. When I saw that, I was nearly falling off my chair here once again. Make sure you watch this video until the very end. I will be sharing all of that with you, and I can promise you already, you will be surprised, you will be mind blown. In the first part of the video, I want to be focusing on the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term though. Bitcoin seems to be having here a breakout. I will be talking about whether this is a legitimate breakout and whether we will finally here fulfill our price target all the way up here, or whether it is a fake out and we are going to break down here to our bearish price target right now. Guys, you do not want to be missing out on this video. I actually didn't plan to make a video, but once I saw this news, I knew I have to do this video for you. So if you appreciate that, make sure you sit down, make sure you scroll down and you smash up the like button. And you know what, guys, if we hit 4,000 or 5,000 likes on that video, I will be doing a special DaVinci J15 episode only for you by tomorrow. So make sure you smash up the like button, you leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section down below. And with that being said, welcome to the friends and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris, and as always, we are really pumped to go straight into the content. Okay guys, and as always, we are starting here on the 4-hourly candles for the Bitcoin price. And stick with me, I will be talking about these amazing news, and I'm not exaggerating here. Wait with me here until the end. First of all, let's focus here on the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term. These are the 4-hourly candles, and as you remember, I was talking about yesterday here about the possibility of Bitcoin breaking towards the upside, and then we would have a measured move price target between 10,800 and the 11,100 level, depending on when we are breaking out. And right now, Bitcoin is here prematurely breaking out. However, guys, we shouldn't get all too excited for now, because if we were to pull out the volume, you can see Bitcoin is still here in significantly declining volume. So the market, so far at least, seems not to be agreeing on this breakout. So far, so good for the volume. Also, you can see that Bitcoin is right now coming here into the first point of resistance, here the previous high. And of course, we need a daily candle close above it. We need a little bit of more volume coming in to say for sure that we are going to break out here. Maybe even a confirmation of the breakout to say, well, this might be a legitimate breakout trade, which we could take all the way towards the upside, towards our price target here, in this case of 11,100 US dollars. Yesterday, I was mentioning the later we broke out, the lower the lower the price target is, and the earlier we break out, the higher the price target is. However, the earlier we break out, the less explosive it is. And so far, it seems like this is the price target in case this breakout would solidify with the daily candle, with more volume, and maybe even with a confirmation of the breakout. But of course, guys, the bad news for every crazy bull out there is that this price target here is in absolute perfect alignment with this insane $11,100 price target support we actually had before, which is right now likely to turn into significant resistance. But guys, don't forget, we still have the good news here on the side of Bitcoin, that we held this very important bearish price target I was mentioning all the way up here. We hit it perfectly, and Bitcoin is so far holding it. So far, so good, guys. Let's wait here on the sidelines, and let's wait for Bitcoin to choose a direction. I myself, I was trading this specific bounce here, but it is a very short-term trade. So for the longer term and for the breakout trade, we need here this confirmation for Bitcoin. But guys, let's go straight into this amazing news, and I am not exaggerating here. Do you remember how I was yesterday talking about the Federal Reserve printing money, about US dollar tether right now, actually right now here reaching an all-time high at 14.3 billion US dollars since the video yesterday. There were another 100 million US dollar coming on top of that. So we have an all-time high, and also add on top of that, that within the last week, we had the biggest spike in the US dollar circulating supply in the history of crypto. Well, this caught my attention. So I deep dived a little bit more here into it. I pulled out everything I have, all the on-chain metrics I have. You know that we were talking about on-chain metrics after Willy Woo, I think, as the first channel here on YouTube. And I love to talk about that because right now we see something extremely interesting unfolding for Bitcoin here, especially on the institutional level and on the whale level. Because what we can see right now on chain is something crazy, and I want to show it to you. First of all, of course, here, this US dollar tether supply. And yesterday I was asking myself, well, the Bitcoin price going down and the US dollar tether supply going insanely up, and usually it works the other way around. Well, the Bitcoin price is going down, up, the demand increases, and then more tether are being printed. Well, here we are seeing the exact opposite happening. So I was asking myself, what is happening here? Let's go into the next one. Here you can see the Bitcoin price in orange against the Bitcoin stablecoin supply ratio. And this is even more interesting because the Bitcoin stablecoin supply ratio puts the circulating supply of Bitcoin into relation with the number of stable coins out there. And the lower it goes, the more stable coins we have towards a Bitcoin, and obviously the more buying pressure we have on the fiat side of crypto, on the stablecoin side towards the Bitcoin price. And here you can see we are at an all-time low. So we never had in the history of Bitcoin as many stable coins in circulation compared to the Bitcoin circulating supply. But stick with me, this is by far not the craziest thing I want to talk about today. Look at this. Willy Woo was sharing this here, and I was talking about that for multiple times already, but he was saying here, rumors of a bear market are vastly exaggerated. You know, like many people calling for $3,000, $4,000 and so on. What he was saying here is, a combined 1,000 Bitcoin in their cluster of wallets. So here he is talking about Bitcoin entities. So cluster of addresses being clustered together. How many of these entities are holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin? And he was saying, note that whales in 2019 are smarter money than whales in 2014, since 1,000 Bitcoin in 2014 were 500,000 US dollars, whereas 1,000 Bitcoin in 2019 or even in 2020 right now are 10 million US dollars. So of course, people holding 1,000 Bitcoin have more money, and this is considered to be the smarter money. But look at this chart here. You can see here the Bitcoin price in the last 11 years, just ever since increasing, obviously. And these are the entities with holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin. And you can see in every cycle, they are accumulating. And before every single all-time high, this smart money is selling off onto the retail investors. Then we have the new bear market and the accumulation phase, and you can see the smart money accumulating up until a point just directly here before the all-time high when the smart money starts selling. And you can see here right now that the smart money is just accumulating once again ever since we hit the all-time low, and they are not stopping to accumulate. You can see here every single day we are printing a new all-time high in the number of addresses holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin. Is this the crazy news? No, guys, stick with me here until the end, because what you can see here is, Willy Woo was pointing that out, many look at the Bitcoin price and doubt it's a hedge. High net worth individuals and funds certainly consider it to be true and betting on it that with real money. Since this latest round of USD money supply expansion, remember I talked about that yesterday here with the Federal Reserve, whale entities have increased their holdings of Bitcoin markedly. And look at this here. You can see once again the Bitcoin price here since the last 4 or 5 years here in yellow. Then you can see here the Bitcoin held by net worth individuals, which is increasing since a very important point of time. We are talking here about March 2020, which was the Corona dump, obviously, and when the Federal Reserve really took massive action here on expanding the circulating supply of fiat currencies, which you can see here down there in this orange Turkish line here. And you can see here this turning point, and at this turning point the Bitcoin price started just exploding, and also the net worth individuals, the rich people, the institutions starting to stack up on Bitcoin. You can see it here, the proof on chain. Is this the crazy news? No, guys, wait here with me until the end of the video. Once again here, the number of entities with more than 1,000 Bitcoin. Well, this is also increasing ever since, and just a few days ago we hit a new all-time high here with 1,900 addresses holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin. At only a 1,000 Bitcoin, that would be 1.9 million Bitcoin held by institutions, by high net worth individuals. And obviously this all-time high we printed at the low of Bitcoin at 10,100 US dollars. Do you think the smart money is rushing into Bitcoin just to lose all their money? Well, probably not. They are rushing into Bitcoin, they are buying the fear, and they are hedging against the fiat currency system. This is the smart money, guys. Do you want to follow the smart money, or do you want to follow someone on Telegram or someone on Twitter calling for a $6,000-7,000 US Bitcoin? Well, you can make your own decision. Let's go into the next one, guys. It is crazier here as the time passes. I talked about that as well. Ever since the Corona craze happened in March 2020, the Bitcoin price did nothing but going up, with the circulating supply of fiat currency going up, with US dollar tether going up. The exchange balance of Bitcoin on exchanges was constantly going down, hitting right now a 1.5-year low of Bitcoin held on exchanges. So people are withdrawing their Bitcoin held on exchanges, contracting the circulating supply on exchanges, being ready to sell. Another pumpermental for Bitcoin. Well, is this everything? No. Look at this chart, and this is the chart no one is talking about certainly here. You have the Bitcoin price once again in orange, and then look at this. I mean, guys, this is completely, it blew my mind. I was falling off the chair here. This is the Bitcoin entity's net growth. And as I talked about it before, a Bitcoin entity is a clustered addresses belonging to the same person or to the same institution. And in the exact moment, the Bitcoin price was rejected from 12,000 and dumped down to the 20-week moving average I was talking about since a few weeks here. This important support in this moment. I mean, look at it. The entity's net growth was going by far to an all-time high, not only to an all-time high here, but also with more than 15,000, but also, and this is the crazy part, we had the biggest spike in the history of Bitcoin. And I mean, guys, this is completely mind-blowing. With the price dumping down, the number of entities holding Bitcoin, being involved with Bitcoin, is just reaching an all-time high, is just spiking as crazy as never before. At the same time, the US dollar tether circulating supply is being expanded as never before, is reaching an all-time high. When we are waiting for the new stimulus news from the Federal Reserve, and also considering that we have an all-time high of whales holding Bitcoin, and that we have an all-time high of Bitcoin held by net worth individuals and high net worth entities and institutions right now. Well, guys, you can count one and one together and tell me right now whether it's a smart time to sell your Bitcoin waiting for 6,000 US dollars, or whether it's just a good time to have your long-term holding portfolio, lean back and look at the smart money accumulating Bitcoin, and then zooming out on the weekly and the monthly candles and seeing what happens to the Bitcoin price. Because let me go here to the weekly candles, and then you can see that this dump here right now, this is the last 11 years of Bitcoin, or the last 10 years, guys. Just think about it, right? And now let me zoom into it. I was talking here as the first channel on YouTube about these converging trend lines in my famous tweet here with more than 1,500 likes, where I was pointing actually out that Bitcoin is in every single cycle forming these converging trend lines. I was, ever since we had this massive this massive bump and run reversal pattern here at 7,000, calling for a massive pump for Bitcoin. We got this massive pump, and we also broke out of this out of this symmetrical triangle or converging trend lines, however you want to call it. And look at this. If we are zooming in here after this breakout, this breakdown is nothing but just a breakout confirmation. I mean, if Bitcoin breaks below, closes the gap, closes a weekly candle here at 9,000, 8,000 US dollars, whatever, I am liable to change my mind. I will go out there, I will change my mind, obviously completely transparently and honestly here. But what you can see here is, this is a perfect touch point of the previous resistance. And if Bitcoin were to change the direction here and were to drive to the upside for good, well, guys, then this is obviously the most bullish thing we could ever see for Bitcoin here with this amazing breakout confirmation. But obviously don't throw your life savings in there. I could be wrong. We could be closing a weekly, very important weekly candle below. But guys, so far so good. Very important here to mention that. Also, everyone is asking right now for my trade on Phemex. You can see it right here, 19,000 US dollars in profit. I went in at 9,400 US dollars. Once again, guys, this was exactly here, this breakout out of this symmetrical triangle. I was going in there. I am still holding my trade open. Some people not agreeing with me. Well, so be it. But this trade is open, and I am intending to hold it open. If you also want to trade on Bybit, Phemex, or Judex, in our pinned comment, we have here $522 for free. If you click one of these these links. I am trading on all of these 3 exchanges, and if you sign up on these exchanges after your initial deposit here, you get $522 completely for free on these exchanges. Very important to mention, this is only for experienced traders, but with our links in the pinned comment, you get the highest bonus possible, so make sure you take advantage of that. Also guys, many people are asking, well Chris, what is happening with your DeFi portfolio? I was showing it to you in good times, I was showing it to you in bad times. Yesterday it was in a loss, and as you can see right now, it is actually in a very nice profit again here. We made all our losses back, and yeah, we have very strong positions here. I made a lot of research for that, and this is the reason why, yeah, even though the DeFi space is in a massive loss since the last 2 weeks, well, my portfolio is still in a profit. So thank you so much all for supporting me here also on Twitter. You know, we are sharing this on a daily basis out at MMCrypto, so if you also want to follow it. And obviously also don't forget to smash up the like button, and also leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section down below right now. Upvote each other's altcoins, and yes, I will take some time, I will read the comments, and I will take some of these altcoins and maybe do some altcoin TA on there. And also remember, if we hit 4,000 likes on that video, we will make this amazing DaVinci J15 episode by tomorrow. So make sure you do that right now. Thank you so much for watching guys, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always guys, as always, bye bye.